This battery is about to die. This is supposed to be a quick video. Bear with me if the editing is bad. Yeah, it's good. It's a good. I like the new Jason movie. He's back. The man eventually, after 16 years, is back. While I appreciate the passion and the work put behind the Never Hike Alone movies, it's nice knowing that there are future prospects behind the theatrical release of Jason. I've been waiting with bated breath for this to finally drop, and now that it has, I loved it. And I'm not really sure how others feel. This is the morning directly after. But I know that since the announcement, people have been confused or less excited than before, as a headline that I saw at some point, which sucked to see. But I do understand the confusion. There's one promo put out. There's not a ton of clarity as far as what they want to do with the future of the series. And there was one Comic-Con panel where they were like, we want to bring the franchise back and we want to do more. And there's a game and there's a movie. And that's all that they said. I do think people were looking a little too deep into it. It's exactly what they said the release is going to be. Like, it's exactly what it is. It is what you see. It's a short proof of concept, as kind of what I've been calling it, to drum up excitement and conversation around Jason again, while keeping fans at bay while we wait. And what a treat it was to me. I can't think of a single instance from a studio where they were just like, here you go. This is something from us to you for the fans. We're not going to make money off of it. We can't monetize it for YouTube. We don't even have funding from Warner Brothers or New Line Cinema. So we're going to get a brand, Angry Orchard. Don't flame Angry Orchard, dude. First beer I ever had. All I drank for the first year that I drank beers. It's cool. It's cool that they were just doing that for us. And I feel like they even kind of lean into the Angry Orchard thing with the apple kill. It's pretty neat. I know it's not a movie. I'm going to keep calling it a movie. But the movie itself, let's get into that. So before it started, I told my wife I wanted something a little more Stalker-esque, not like crazy violence. I don't want them making something that's like, this is Jason and here's Jason and here's Art and they're the same now. I think Jason works as a tension builder, and that's what we got in the movie. We know that he's going to kill. We know that he can kill. We know that he has the ability to. We just, like, the tension is like, when is he going to do it? When is the hammer going to drop? And I think that we kind of got that. Eve was walking around, there was footsteps. She was scared, and then we got something underneath the boat banging. That was cool. I felt the tension worked there for me. And then him coming up behind her as she saw her boyfriend or fiance or whatever kissing. Like, her personal stakes got raised, like the shadow coming up. The tension worked for me. Like I said, all these are going to be kind of quick. Jason, the look, I get it. I understand why people don't like it. The collarbones are too defined. There's not enough holes on the mask, whatever. I get that. It's a far departure from what's kind of already been perfected in the past. I think it was a mistake mainly because they showed concept art that was just Jason standing against a blank background, and they were like, this is the new Jason. And I think Jason needed more of like a dramatic reveal. They needed to show the proof of concept all the way around the marketing for it, of which there was none, instead of just here's him against a blank back. Okay, look, here's 2009 Jason in a completely cut out environment. He looks fine, but he's not scary. Okay, here's 2009 Jason in one of the shots from the movie. He looks scary. He needs that. They needed to show their intentionality of the tone that they wanted to portray everywhere, not just within the film. And I don't think that they did that. I think a cinematographer on set might have been not that they didn't have one, but like somebody that knows how to make Jason look a little bit more scary would have been better for a modern audience. Back in the day, they didn't really show him in any sort of super interesting or scary light. It was just the actors doing the best that they could with what they had. But I think that kind of worked for the cheesiness of back then, but we have a more modern look to movies now, a low angle shot to make him look big and 8 foot tall and 250 pounds of muscle and anger. But that wasn't really portrayed here, and that's not Skylar's fault. I don't think that the wardrobe really fits him to make him look intimidating. I'm not sure if he has a leaner build or not, but those two things, like having an older movie where he isn't shown as scary, but the actor kind of really puts a lot of work into that. I don't know. I don't think it was fully executed, but I don't think it was one person's fault. I don't think it was the designer's fault. I don't think it was Skylar's fault. And I don't think it was the director's fault. I just don't think they all mesh together the way that they're supposed to. The kills themselves, pretty cool. The way the dude's teeth were hanging super low underneath the apple, that was cool. The boat propeller was gross. It was set up. I like the Chekhov's gun of it, Chekhov's outboard. But the clothesline, at first I didn't like the clothesline. I thought that maybe Jason wouldn't do that. But now I'm kind of like, yeah, he would. He waited until Andy was walking in a handstand to kill him, cut him in half, and then hung him over Debbie's bed. That's cool. Like it's cool. They like they're continuing. He's gross and weird and makes animal pelts probably. The main girl, Eve, she was the most interesting part. If I'm to believe, I'm going to read basically right off my script here. If I am to believe that they are setting their tone for what goes forward, I love the idea that they want to lean into the more world building magic stuff that this world has to offer. Eve basically being a new version of Jason, drowning, coming back, killing the young adults for screwing and not saving her, was a new take I hadn't thought of, and I don't know of anybody that has thought of that before. And this is like an interesting world. Jason is a vengeful spirit. There's a telekinetic teen. There would be more vengeful spirits in this world. There would be more people like Jason. I also like that Jason wasn't being nice to her. He didn't feel sympathy for her. He still choked her through the window. He still, it seemed, intended to kill her at the end, even though it cut away. It's a short story, so we don't need to see the entire life of this character. We don't need to see how she got here and everything like that. We just needed enough, you know. And we didn't want to, I didn't want to, I'm glad that we didn't see him kill her. I like that he basically won. He killed everybody and wasn't defeated at the end of this. But him not killing her is how you drum up conversation and interest. Whether or not we see this character again, it's an interesting introduction to what could be a development in this universe's mechanics and what they have to offer as far as protagonist. I also love the cabins at Crystal Lake sign. It's probably a legal thing that they can't use the Camp Crystal Lake thing, but cabins are more modern anyways. You know, like I go to Airbnbs, you go to Airbnbs. If you haven't, you will. Nobody really goes to summer camp anymore. I mean, I don't think so. I have nieces and nephews and little siblings. None of them have gone. I never went. So I think it just kind of puts the audience in a setting that they've already been in, and it's like makes it a little bit more creepy. Overall, hell yeah. I want to see more from this franchise. People have been begging for it, and this is a small amount, but beggars can't be choosers. Only 2,000 people watched it last night. I just checked. I think it has like 50,000 views right now, and this is the morning after. But Taylor Swift was live streaming the first podcast she's ever done at the same time. How dare she? Nobody was watching in comparison to that. That had over a quarter. It had like 300,000 people waiting. I think this is a marketing team failure. I don't think that they did a good job marketing this. I don't think that they knew really what they wanted to do with it. They did these edits of a countdown, and that's of like the best kills over the last 2 weeks, and that's fine. But like we already have those from fans. I'm just saying, I like positivity as much as possible, and like this is somebody's art. You know, a bunch of people worked on this, and I think that they did a good job. I don't think it needed to be perfect. It just needed to be something, and it's awesome that they gave us anything at all. I want to work for you, Jason Universe. I'm looking at the camera telling you right now, let me work for you. You have a marketing thing that I don't think that you understand, and I want to help you with that. So I'm making this video to be positive and get the word out there as free promo to all my adoring fans. I have, 6 million subs now, so I'm just helping you guys out. Anyways, if you like this, give it a like. Go watch Sweet Revenge if you haven't watched it. It's a lot of fun. And try to go see these movies if they end up in theaters, please. I know that Camp Crystal Lake series is coming out soon, so watch that. Give that numbers, please. Just for me, I want a Jason movie released in theaters that I can remember in my lifetime. Thank you.